Yo, what is up, everybody? What's up, and good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. It's Saturday for me. What day is it for you guys? Welcome to the Stylus League, episode 77, Unfinished Business. I'm Mike Thompson. You know what it is. Bradley and Raul is back, actually, you guys.
Hey,
Raul is back.
what's up, guys?
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Bradley, you can let yourself in. You can come in here too.
I got him. There he is. Look.
Boom. Boom.
Bam.
Sneaking.
Bam.
How's everyone?
Yeah.
How's everyone?
Doing
Good.
all right. Actually, I'm cold. I forgot to go get my
I'm
hoodie
like,
from the. I forgot to go get my hoodie from the dryer.
I need to warm my
It's so-
nipples up. I don't want to like show through the black. Pack.
Oh, too much information. So, it's a weird situation here for me. I had to turn on my air conditioner yesterday. I don't know what that's about, but my computer spits out about 1,000 whatever measurements of heat. What-
Gazillion gigawatts.
gigawatts of heat. Yeah, exactly. So I have my fan on and my window is open in January. So under that for a second, you guys. Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I can turn my fan off. My button for my fan stopped working. So
Yeah.
no matter what, I can't turn it off. Nor can I turn on the light.
You know what I find interesting is that we actually get to see Bradley's office right now. Did you open up a window? What is that?
I've never seen it that bright ever.
What's going on back there?
There is a window open.
Hey, is that the color of your walls? I didn't even know.
Like, got some lights going on. Got some key lights over there. I like I'll show it during what's good, but I like took the time to like redo my desk space. So
Oh, spoilers.
I'm very happy man right now. Very happy man.
Spoilers. All right.
Exactly.
Well,
So cheers to everyone out there. I don't know if you drinking in style like your boy over here, but
Yeah, I need one of them.
How
went
sweet
to-
it is.
I went to order one and my credit card didn't want to go. I guess it was
Yikes.
I paid-
Yikes.
He's
Well,
like,
You declined for
yeah, I think the Visa is sitting there like another piece of Stylus League merch. No, thank you.
that is a hard L to explain
Yeah,
to the spouse, bro.
That's rough. Yeah.
like, hey, why can't you get this coffee? Why
Yeah,
can't
my-
you get this coffee?
At this point, Stylus League merch is like that subscription loot box that you subscribe to that just like
Yeah.
sends stuff over to your house with
Facts.
random cool stuff.
Facts. Yeah.
All right.
I told Bradley about this. I don't know I told Raul about it too. But our friend at Intel, Andrew, we sent him a care package for Christmas, and he was just like getting he got a hat on one day, he got shirts on another day, hoodie on another day. So he's like, it was the best time of the year for him.
Yeah, that is so true. When the card says no thank you to a $20 mug, that's we got to start talking about my financial decision.
No doubt.
Across
No
the
doubt.
board. Real
Yeah.
talk. Want to give a shout out to the people in chat. Jamie, what is up?
What's up, Jamie?
Says, hey, gang,
Jamie?
purposefully haven't put on the heating so I can wear my Stylus League hoodie. Heck yeah.
Don't freeze for it. Don't freeze for it, though. We want you healthy.
Oh, he's-
You know, I don't want
he's
you to
got-
get cold.
I
that's
think
good stuff.
Jamie's got the Bradley. That's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice and warm. Shade says Manchester United winning. Then the
I know that's
Stylus
right.
League, a perfect Saturday.
I know that's right.
What is this? Jojoba? Did I
Mm-hmm.
say that right? Or should I say it faster? Jojoba? I like that. Good
like that
evening.
Hey.
Mini Chicks is on. Hey, Mini Chicks.
Hey, hello.
Orlando.
What's up,
Yo, good morning, guys. And he does also say, welcome back, Raul. Thank you, Orlando. Glad to be back. Caught a little bit of the crud on the way back, but feeling a little bit better now.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mari
Hey,
Cat.
Cat. How's it going? Yeah, what is that? Amigastar.
Amiga Star, right?
Amigastar. Yeah, if you want to be real.
You remember the old computer back in my day. We had the first graphic computer was the Amiga.
Oh yeah, the Amiga. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
So that's not
like,
the
touched
thing
one,
that had the balls and you use it to count.
Yeah, that.
Shut up. That is not an abacus. It was not an abacus. No,
Yeah.
no. It was the first.
Like, I need to do this advanced calculus.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we got Ram. What's up?
Ram wasn't at the top.
Ram, I was worried when I didn't see you
Yeah.
like the first one in the building, man. I was like, I hope he's all right.
Ram woke up late.
Then we have
And Arkham Red.
And not for nothing, I saw Arkham doing a comment on the giveaway video. And Arkham was just like, bro, y'all need to be subscribing here. And I'm liking that. I like that. Said something about the community being the best one. I like that too.
So one of the things that we're going to do today is that Mike and I, we do have ZBrush 2023. We're not experts, but we'll play around a little bit. If you guys are interested, anything you want to see, anything you want to try to break, we can definitely try to do that. We were lucky enough to be able to join the beta. I will tell you, between release and the beta, it is night and day difference. So they really like put in the work to get this thing out and running. I personally have not, outside of the beta, I haven't really put it on my M1, the new version of my M1 Mac yet, but I need to do that. So, but I can tell you from my experience with those Mac users, it is light years. Even at the beta stage, it was light years better than the Rosetta version of ZBrush on 2022. So, outside of that, we're gonna do some backlog work and take questions and hang out with Raul a little bit. Probably find out what he's been doing with his vacation.
Yeah, do a little catch up. Yeah, I am cold though, so I'm probably gonna go grab that should have been done before everything, but we were just talking and shooting it beforehand. So I didn't get a moment. So I'm gonna go grab my hoodie and kill the flow of the video.
It's all good. We got a couple more things there. Frederick was saying, "Good morning, Happy New Year's, gents. Too bad I missed the first stream of the year, but I'm getting ready to move apartments 1 week before I start at McFarland." Brag much, Frederick? You want to twist that knife that you're going to work from? Yeah, I got a lot of frenemy energy for Frederick.
Yeah. If you want to go work on Family Guy, you go do that.
No, that's not what he's talking about at all.
If you want to go work on Family Guy, fine.
It's McFarland Toys, you jackass. All right. And then Stefan's saying Red Shift Slider Struggle Squad. Straight up. Yeah, exactly. We're getting there. But gee whiz.
Yeah. It's a learning curve.
I was telling Bradley, it's like with anything new, it is it can be frustrating when you're used to something. So we're going to get there. I have to get there because on the 8th of February, I'm going to be doing a presentation for Pixo, Maxon rather, with 2023. So got to get it straight. Anyway, you guys wanna kick it off? You wanna do some stuff?
So, Mini Chick, I have an M1 Mac Book Pro. Oh, where is it? So I can tell. So I'm gonna brag a little bit. All right, I've went through a lot of laptops. Okay, Razer Studios. This MacBook is amazing. Like, I don't have the studio because of my workstation. But I will tell you this, like, if you have a good workstation, like, because I use a lot of rendering software that relies on NVIDIA drivers, it's hard to, like, switch to a studio for my full work machine. But the M1 Max is amazing in ZBrush and doing some light blender renders. In Substance Painter, it's really good in Substance Painter, too, because of the shared memory. So I actually get like 32 gigs of memory for textures and Substance. So that's what I use. The studio.
Why are you saying light blender renders?
Because if I like if I let it sit, like anything, if I let it sit there long enough, it'll get like really hot. It'll take longer. But I have a 4090, like for whatever, like it's faster if I'm gonna do it on my desktop.
On your laptop, on your desktop, brother. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it does it. The thing is that it does it. Like it's not like it doesn't do it. It does it. Just that if I want to like make a lot of changes quickly, it's still better to do it on my desktop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, what? Thank you, Nathan. Glad to be back and nice and warm, dude. This just came out of the dryer. Oh, feeling nice.
What hat that is? He got a hat that I haven't seen before. What hat that is?
Yeah, he has some next generation swag on.
He has space too.
I always have the black market stuff.
It's true.
I always got the black market stuff. So, yep. When I keep saying, guys, that get what you want to get from the merch store, stylusleague.com. Do that before we get rid of what's in there now, because believe me, not everything that's there is going to be there. So, all right. So, Bradley, what have you been working on?
So I'm gonna play a little bit. I might do a little Redshift, playing around with my guy. What I like, where my heart and soul is right now, is retopologizing all of my bits for my Guyver. It's been like a slow process, but I should the helmet is the longest or more technical piece that I've been working on. But the rest of the body and stuff will go pretty quickly. But yeah, so a little Redshift and some retopo.
Awesome, man. So I'm gonna do this to you, and I'm sorry about this. How old is this model?
This model been on and off like 1 year, about 1 year.
But wait, hold on. 1 year? No, that's nonsense.
I started it October of 20.
Right click properties. I need to see. I feel like this Guyver's been around forever.
It's the first time I've had like a lot of time to like focus on it. But when did I start this file? I started a long time ago. Let's see, progression. This file started in September 27th, 2021.
2021. Yeah, that's
not that bad.
No, that's not
bad
that
at all.
bad. That's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Think of all the stuff I've done.
There it is.
But it will. February will it will be done. It will be
done in February.
It's going to be done. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Wait, what about you, Mike? What have you been working on?
I am gonna be coming back to my cap here, my zombie cap that I started. This looks like a perfect model to use some of the new 2023 features. As you can see here, his inside is open there. I didn't figure that out yet. I was kind of waiting for Slime Bridge. So now that I'm going to do some nice little Slime Bridge blood on there and finish the parts that are unpainted and get some nice little Redshift renders. I can't wait to do like some subsurface techniques to the little head birdies and my
I just noticed those
little baby birds. Baby birds. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know why my brains are blue there, but yeah. So I'm going
sad. Don't be blue brain.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what that happened before. I think once I fill it with this, the poly paint comes back. There it is. Boom. Brains, baby.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Just a heads up, anyone who is are doing 2023 or you're balancing between 2023 and 2022, whatever file you open in 2023, that file is locked. So you can't go back and open it in 2022. So
Yeah, just save it as a new version. You'll be
yeah,
all right.
I'm giving that advice. That's all, Mike. Gosh.
That's
No,
all.
but I think that's really good. That's good for anybody who's thinking about trying it out. Yeah, make sure to save a copy of your older version so that when you bring it into the new version of the software, if you ever wanted to go back, you could.
Got a question in, Jamie. What's the matte cop you're using, Mike, for the Cap Zombie?
Oh, that's just the basic material that I went and tweaked. I tweaked the cavity and the spec. So if I go to a regular basic, it looks a little something like this. So all I did was I went in and I kind of pushed up the shadows. So if I do a render, let's just do a regular BPR render real quick. Right, just cool. It's all right. My light is a little bright because when I turn on my poly paints, it makes it easier to see them. But if I turn the light down a little bit, all right. So that's what we got. And then if I go to mine, it always just looks a little better. I just push the shadows down and I tighten the spec on it so that it just looks more like that. All right. So I can't wait to see. In fact, maybe what I'll do, I wonder if I can do a redshift render of this without the poly paint turned on. Let me try.
You can.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I gotta turn my floor on. There's a whole set of things I got to do first. So what I was telling Bradley the other day is because I always forget what is in the new versions of ZBrush, I quickly just took the PDF and put all the new features in this 2023 new features thing right here. So if I go to Redshift, I know I got to turn on my floor. I got to turn on Redshift. And I have now. I talked to Ian about this yesterday. I did not know this, and they're going to fix this. But using Redshift disables booleans. So if you haven't figured that out already, whenever you turn on Redshift, the live boolean turns off. Right. So apply whatever you want beforehand, and then when you turn that on, it's not an issue. So like I'll just turn this on. I'll get rid of that little chunk piece here, and turn that off. Oh, maybe not. Let's chunk. Where is it? Yeah, so
it's in that folder.
Where is
one
it,
that says shield.
Where
it's in shield right there.
Yep. But where's the shield though? Okay, there it is. All right. Yeah, so now if I have that turned on, I have Redshift turned on, and I want to turn
on shadow capture.
Yeah, I'm going to turn on shadow catcher for my floor, right? So if I go here, where are my Redshift materials? Right here, shadow catcher's right here. Yep. Turn that on, right? You see how small my floor is? So Bradley, what did you show me the other day that makes the floor bigger?
Inside of draw. Yep.
I can turn up my grid size. Is that what it is? There you go.
Yep.
So now I got a nice big floor to catch a shadow. And I also want to, under Redshift, I want to turn... Where is it? I want to turn off. What's the thing that does like the bucket renderer, Bradley? What's it called?
So progressive. So inside of the render, you need to make sure.
I thought I had that stuff over here. I guess I thought I had that over there.
Palette.
Yeah. So I went through this whole thing where I filled all of the features in one area, and then I got rid of the beta, and somehow I lost it and had to do it all over again. So that kind of sucked.
Redshift
renderer. So I want to turn on progressive rendering, and that'll stop the bucket render. So now that's on, and if this probably won't look.
The bucket renderer you should use for like information, not for you, Mike, for everyone. The bucket render is good to use when you're doing your final image. But when you're trying to do like quick images to look dev, the progressive is faster.
Yeah. The other thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to grab a cube, and let's just solo out for a second. I want to make it. Oh yeah, good question. See, when you're thanks for telling me.
See,
When
see,
you're
because
I have
Raul's
a
gonna
class.
make shorts. Out of all this, Raul's gonna end up making shorts.
This is true. This is true. Yeah. So what I'm going to make right now is an infinite background. Just like if you go to a photography studio, you can get that nice little muslin background. Funny story, you guys. True story. When I was in college, I was like, "Hey, I need to make some money," so I airbrushed banners, or not banners, but muslins for this photographer. Spent an entire weekend with like this big spray gun and the mask and all this other crap. Got paint all in my hair and clothes. And the dude stiffed me. So F that guy. Anyway, I thought you guys should know that.
What that got to
So
do
I'm
with
going to delete. I was painting them for real though. I was painting real ones.
Paint infinite backgrounds. That's what you said.
Whatever, dude. Okay, actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to change this to a Q cube so it's cleaner. So there's my little teeny tiny Q cube. Let's make it big here. Oops. Come on, baby. There you
Orlando
go.
says something that ZBrush Maxon needs to fix is when you select something, it highlights it clearly.
I haven't had problems with it.
You
being
can
able to
actually
see
change
stuff.
that. You can actually change it in the UI color thing. You can actually change how it looks when you select stuff in the outside panel. It just takes a lot of extra work.
All right, so check it out. Now I have this here. I'm going to go to my brushes and go to ZModeler. I'm going to go to my bevel, and I'm just going to do like some beveling here to make myself a nice little seamless backdrop. All right, just make some bevels. All right, cool. So there's that. Now take this guy, just make him wider. Turn back on cap. Okay. So ultimately what's going to happen is the presentation of this guy is going to look infinitely better with this thing turned on. So I'll just put this here. There's that. Dynamic again. Okay. So now let's see if we can get a decent render out of this. Let's turn off poly groups. I also want to smooth this. So maybe I'll add a couple holding edges on the sides. Insert. There you go. So now I can do dynamic. There you go. Well, I need it at the top too. Let's turn them on. One here and one in the front. There. So now I can hit dynamic. There you go. Make it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth is funky, also hip hop junkies. That's for you, Ram. Where you at, Ram? You know what I'm talking about.
And that's our DMCA strike for the day. Thank you.
There it is.
No. I'm not that good. They don't know. They don't even know.
You're right. Not in that high pitch voice, boy.
Whatever. My falsetto is bulletproof, son. All right.
Shots keep falling. I still got it, Johnny.
All right. So now I'm gonna switch to my trusty 3D mouse to get a good angle here.
While you're doing that, Mike, I know you like to multitask. We have a question in. How long have you been sculpting?
I have been sculpting probably for 7 years now. But I'm an illustrator, so I feel like if you can do one, you can do the other.
That's not true, but go ahead.
All right. So now under movie, I'm going to show my timeline. I'll go to I'm going to go to timeline show. Lost my voice, sorry. And I'll just make a little dot over here. And so now if I move this guy, whatever, like, oh no, I moved, I can't get it back. Now if I just drag this slider right back where I want it. So at this point, I can try to do some renders. So let's just try a BPR render. See what that looks like first.
I think you turned on Redshift.
Ram says you're right.
Oh, Redshift is on. Yeah, you're right.
Ram says your
What'd he
rap
say?
game is straight fire.
Fire, son. Thank you, Ram. Ram knows what it is.
He knows what's up, man.
Yeah. He's the only one that can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to turn off Redshift. Hold on. 23. Turn off Redshift. All right, this is BPR. This. All right, booyah. So that looks like that's all right. Whatever. So now let's switch to.
You know, that's the way you used to do it, right? You can't poo-poo the old school. You know.
So if I was doing it the way, oh, what happened to my boot? I don't want this. Hold on a second. You guys know I need my Tim now.
I think I saw Bradley's got replaced too, because that used to be the Guyver head.
No, I never made it.
Oh, you didn't make it? I thought you did.
There's my boot. Yeah. So actually, I'm going to take this background. Oops. I'm going to take this background. Sheesh Louise. All right. There it is right there. Grab the background, and I want to rotate it a little, I think, this way. Like that. Okay. So now if I go back to my dude. There you go. Now it's in the background. So if I were doing a real BPR render, this is just something that I never really shared with anybody. So this is not bad. I'd go under render properties, not render properties, sorry, render BPR shadow. I always set my raise up to around like 95. Right? I take my blur and I can kind of leave it at 2. That's fine. And then my angle, I set it, oops. My angle, I usually set around 30. Okay. And so now if I did a BPR, it should look better than it did before. This is what I normally do. So let's let this go. And you see it takes a little bit longer with the more samples. But yeah, so there's that's respectable. And that infinite background makes it look a little more presentable. So now let's try Redshift.
Wait. Do a screen grab of how it looks off that render.
Sure. Okay. Oh crap. Right now. Second. Right, so screen grab. I gotta turn on my thing here. Sorry. Okay, screen grab. Save.
Just paste that to your pen.
And actually, all of what Bradley just asked me to do, we don't even have to do that anymore. It's completely pointless because now what we can do is we can look at iterations of your renders. We could actually scroll through so we can see what each render looks like. That's a new feature 2023. All right, so now I'm going to turn on Redshift. You doing it?
Stefan says, "Hey, now use AO and VPR as well."
All right.
He's like, if you're gonna compare them, you gotta do the same.
This is what I do. I never use AO because it always is too heavy for me, and it makes stuff kind of. The only other thing I would do. Let's do this again. One more thing. Do my render. Oh shoot! Sorry. Escape. Turn on Redshift. That off. So one more thing I would do. Render this in BPR. Is I would we're gonna do it the right way. Let me get my lights here. Close the subtool, go to lighting. All right, I would never light from the center, that's crazy. Let's move this over here. And this one I would probably have like over here. All right, actually with him, let's do it up light because he's kind of spooky. There you go, let's see what this looks like. Bradley has a whole new scratching game going on.
Yeah, what playlist is this?
I don't know.
It's
Okay, so
you got a problem with it? You want me to change it? You don't feel like Turbo and Enzo right now?
let me go get my broom real quick.
Yeah.
You don't feel like, come on, man. Why aren't you dancing on the wall?
Did you say Turbo and Enzo?
Yes.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yikes. Okay. It's ozone, brother. All right. So this is what I would have. All right. This would be my BPR. And then the only other thing I would do is I would go to my filters. And number 3, I have set up for sharpen. So there, I just sharpened it up a little bit, right? So let's actually, that sharpen is heavy. Let's turn that sucker off. All right, I'm just going to do a screen grab of
It
this
still comes
one.
across really good on the screen.
Okay, cool.
That looks like a decent render. That's decent.
Yeah, so this is the way I used to do it. All right, so now let's try redshift. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the rim light. I'm going to leave on the main light. And because with redshift, we start, first of all, just so you guys know, second of all, because I already said first of all, second of all, third of all, yeah, these lights aren't physical lights, right? So what happens if I try to do a front light, if I try to do like a 3-point setup, the shadows get confused on the edges and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a less is more. One light here. I'm going to turn on redshift. I'm going to keep my material on that I have, which is okay. No HDRI yet. And I'm going to just say render and see what happens here.
So one thing I wanted you to do, Mike, what's really cool, while in most programs when you're rendering, it kind of messes up your GPU utilization. But what's really cool is that Mike could still talk and his thing would be, it's very, so I have seen it. It's very hardware dependent. If you have like fairly decent hardware, you'll find that while streaming and stuff like that, the rendering will not interfere with your mic setup. So that's one really cool thing that we
am I cutting in and out now?
Nope, you are not.
No, you're doing well, actually.
You're doing well.
That's crazy because normally I would be like, you know what I'm saying?
You see how it's like.
But yeah, so obviously like way better already, right? I didn't change anything. Still processing, but I mean, it's already looking way nicer. And that's with no HDRI yet, and which is one light source.
And what I also wanted to show them, Mike, in the other panel, the render panel, you can't touch it now because it's gonna like bug out.
No, it's still going. I'm surprised it's taking this long. I wonder why it's taking this long.
Because of your model size. Your model.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned when doing this. So one, not too many render packages could render 30 million polys. So it's rendering at 30 mil. So that's one cool thing. If you're like a person that does a lot of high sculpting, you just got to be prepared for the wait time. If you were to decimate this, like 14 million goes fairly quickly from what I've tested, but anything above that, it's loading it. Mike, if you do me a favor, if you can task manager and show your GPU RAM usage. So what it's doing is that what it doesn't matter the GPU type really. Go to the GPU. Scroll down in that window, Mike. Down in that window. Go down. No, where is it? Where's your GPU?
That's right.
GPU.
Right here.
So it does not. So right now, 23 gigs of Mike's, 24 gigs of his VRAM. It doesn't matter what VRAM size that you have. ZBrush will grab all of it. Whatever's available, it's going to grab. Even if Mike would have had just a sphere, it would have grabbed it all. So the fact that he has so much VRAM is the reason why I suspect is why his audio still works when he's rendering, because of how much that he has. When I was in rooms with other people who had less VRAM, it did what you typically see that a GPU will do when you're rendering. It'll like garble up the audio. But ZBrush, while rendering, it grabs whatever's there. It will grab it and use it.
And full disclosure, I just went from a 2080 Ti to a 3090 Ti. Like I would have been scared to use that 2080 on here. I know that it probably what Bradley said
will
is right.
work.
It's going to use it'll work, and it's going to use what you have. But trying to do a 30 million polygon model is probably like when I was in Substance Painter and had, a gigabyte scratch or like a 9 gig scratch file.
Yeah.
Not the smartest way to work.
So it will, and like what's cool is that regardless if you have a 12 gig, 16 gig, like it doesn't, it will just take it. But the fact that Mike's audio is still working is because of like whatever it's taking, it's not using all of it, which is why
Yeah.
his GPU could still run. But I would still recommend when you're getting ready to do your render to do a decimation if you wanted to take less time.
Right.
Definitely decimate it. But
The other thing too to know, just to piggyback off what Bradley's saying, is when we were in the beta team, Ian was telling us that that first render, no matter how big your model is, that first render is going to take the longest. And after it kind of caches in the information, you can make tweaks to it and it should render faster. So even after I finish this, like this is stupid running a 30 million poly model. Like I definitely should do some decimation first, but the next one should be faster than the 5 minutes that it's taking.
But what's cool, there's no real renderer that will allow you to even like load that type of because like if you were to put like your textures on and stuff like that, it'll still run. But not too many renders will allow you to just render 30 million polys along with textures all at the same time. So that's
exactly
one feather in ZBrush's cap.
Yeah.
His GPU is a 3090 Ti from EVGA.
Yeah, and I saw Megastar had another question. If I prefer the Cintiq or tablet, Cintiq went broken, and I haven't touched sculpting since then. So I personally love my Cintiq, and in fact, I started using it because I did so much illustration in a short amount of time when I was working on the G.I. Joe guys for Hasbro that I started to get carpal tunnel. So I got a larger Cintiq with a stand, and because I can adjust this stand, I can use my hand in multiple different areas, and I don't put so much strain on my wrist. So anyway,
so Mike, so you're aware it's going that 25 minutes. It is going to take 25 minutes.
I'm gonna stop. I don't know that it's gonna res up much higher than this. I think all it's doing at this point is denoising.
It's denoising, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say escape, and this should give me my render. There you go. All right, so now I'll do a screenshot of this, and we can kind of look at the two. Obviously, it's
and there is a kind of like most renders. There is a quality size that I wanted to point out where it says the adaptive under the render setting, the adaptive where it's 50, like that's the quality size.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. We have, let's see if I can get these side by side. All right, so the one on the right is the BPR. The one on the left is the Redshift with no vanilla, no settings at all. I don't have an HDRI applied. I have just a single light source. But you can see, and the one on the right has a second light source. That's why I'm getting that rim light. However, it's sketchy, right? Like it's kind of doing its take on what physical lights would do. I can add an HDRI that's backlighting him that will give me a true representation of like a photography setup that's going to look much better than that.
So look at the smoothness in the shadow coming from the base and the wall versus the jaggy shadow to the one from the BPR. It's super clean. And all you did was turn on the fill light and just press render. So
that's it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, if you know, so this is the thing that I'll tell you, like from the jump, there are going to be some really impressive clay renders straight out of Redshift. People are it's going to take folks a while to get used to the materials, because I haven't even added. So now the other thing too, if we really want to see this get crazy, I add a Redshift material to this guy, and it should be bonkers, right? So like first thing I want to do, I am going to find the most egregious polygon count and decimate it. and then I'll play around with it some more. But yeah, take it off my screen for now, Bradley. Let's go to split screen, and I'll kind of get this guy ready while you're working on your dude.
Cool. All right, I think I'm ready to make some UVs. Excellent. Let me view it with this. Cool. Cool.
I'm sitting here talking on mute.
What else is new? What else is new, dude?
Yeah, classic.
This man has the most fanciest camera setup, and the mute
always
button always stops his
It
progression.
always gets me. Yeah, the mute button gets me. So, guys, are you excited about the Last of Us TV show? Because I know I am.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I heard that it's like really people really like it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure all the lights are on and it's daylight.
They did say that there are some horror components to it.
Gee, I can't imagine.
As long as they're not like, you know what? The only thing that like made me uneasy in Last of Us is the doggone clickers.
You mean the
one scary element from the game?
normal,
yes.
Yeah.
The one thing that was scary in it? Sure.
Yeah.
You know what, guys?
Absolutely. That sounds
Find
about
the
right,
biggest
actually.
boulder and kick it. Find the biggest boulder.
You know, the only thing, Raul, just between you and me, the only thing that I didn't like about the Halloween movies was Michael Myers. Like, he scared me.
Really? He scared
I think if
me.
you take it, if you take out Michael, you take Freddy out of the night. What is it? The thing where you can't go to sleep. You take Freddy out of those movies, and we're fine.
Decimate your face.
Right?
Then you're good. Yeah.
Then we're good.
Process and decimate your face right now. I
Can
want
we,
you to pre-process.
So I'm excited for this Dead Space re-release, but what I don't like is the xenomorphs. Like, can you pull those out of the game?
Yeah, get those out of the game. Like, you take out the xenomorphs, and then now we have a good scary game.
Now we got a good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So it looks like the first proper video game adaptation, in my opinion.
Wait a minute, Super Mario Brothers begs to differ.
The original one?
John Leguizamo and
That's what we're
Bob
doing,
Hoskins beg to differ. Yeah, no. They were killing it. They were killing it.
Man, I saw on I don't know if it was like a Did You Know Gaming or some video like that was talking about that movie, and they were talking about how the actors cared so little about what was going on in the movie. They were drunk like half the time. It's insane. Like there's a driving scene in like a driving chase scene in Mario. And John Leguizamo actually accidentally broke, I forget the actor's name who was playing Mario, his arm.
Bob Hoskins. Oh, yeah?
He accidentally broke his arm because he was driving so recklessly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so Shapan says Chris Pratt with that energetic wahoo. Jack Black will need a chiropractor after carrying that movie. I don't think you're wrong, brother. I think that when I heard him go Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. I'm like, bro, wake this man up. Wake him up. What is going on right now? Yeah, it sounded absolutely terrible. But I'm still excited for the movie, man, because I think the animation looks great. Everybody else looks fantastic and sounds great. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm actually pretty excited for the Mario movie.
It's projected to they're thinking it's gonna be like the best-selling movie of the year. So,
and it does come out this year, right? That
Yeah.
is a this year
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
like
yeah.
some analysts were saying, it's going to do better than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Which I just saw the trailer for yesterday, and that looks great too. But I've been burnt with Marvel movies this past year.
You can see a doctor for that, you know.
Can you? Is there a
Yeah,
cream?
they make a cream. Yeah,
They make a cream. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, I was so hyped for Doctor Strange, and that movie let me down so hard. So
Yeah. You keep
So
saying that. I was happy to see like a real life Marvel zombie, so I wasn't too upset with it.
yeah,
Real life CG Marvel zombie. Sorry.
I mean, it was really cool to see it on screen. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, and this is what I keep saying about that movie. The visual effects of that movie were incredible, right?
Yeah.
Like, but the story just didn't hold.
Yeah.
It didn't hold together well.
Did they explain why they couldn't have that first creature just actually be Shumagorath? Like they were like, oh, there's a reason why it can't be him. Like that's the one that in the Capcom,
the star guy, or the little
the octopus looking one-eyed thing. So in the Capcom games, Shumagorath is the character from Marvel, but they said for some reason that they made it some other demon or something like that. I know it's like a nerd question, but
no, I think there was some like legal kind of copyright issue.
I thought I heard that he was attached to some other property that they wanted to bring out. Yeah.
Well, not that. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to be speaking completely sideways here. But I think that it's attached to something that they couldn't use. That was my understanding, but maybe I'm wrong.
What's up, Sordeep? Did we say hi to Sordeep?
I tried to earlier.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Frederick says, by the way, thanks again for all of your comments on my Harley Quinn Christmas pinup. Your feedback helps.
Very nicely done.
Lot.
Yeah, it was
very nicely done.
Yeah.
Really fantastic. If you guys are not in the Discord and have not checked that out, what are you doing? Go ahead and join the Discord. Hop in there. Take a look at some of the stuff that the community is putting up there. Like again, that pinup, Frederick, that was fantastic.
Yeah, some dope stuff. A lot of these guys are killing it, like putting up some really, really nice stuff.
Absolutely destroying it out here in the Discord server.
I know what I wanted to show you guys while this thing is processing. Let me switch to my other camera real quick. All right, give me a screen for a second, Raul. So if you guys have been in Discord following what I'm up to, I added magnets to this guy, and it allows me to put all this stuff on here. What I had problems with when I painted him the first time was trying to keep areas clean when this was all put together. But then if I didn't have it put together, I couldn't match colors. So now this arm here, this arm he's got magnets in there, right? And so it fits in right under the deltoid. The other thing too is this smoke part kept breaking because I handled it. So, I handled it so much. So now I can just pop that on there. Same thing with the head. That's got magnets, so I can theoretically, I can just take this off and put it back on again, and I can paint this collar and get in here. I was having problems getting to like his clavicle and stuff before because the collar is so intrusive, right? So that's magnets for the win, son. And I just dremeled out the holes and put in a 6mm magnet on either side, on both sides.
How does it hold? Does it hold well enough? Like if you shake it and it's not going to break apart?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a weird shake, but yeah, okay, good. Glad.
That's
Wait, do it
that's a
again?
shake.
Do it again.
Yeah,
Do it again.
Yeah. Hold on. Ready? You ready? Ready? That doesn't have a magnet. That part doesn't have a magnet.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the explanation.
Would you like me to shake something else? Hold on. Little Hulk head.
Little Hulk head, shake it. Not for nothing. That's gonna be a gift somewhere.
I hope not.
That's gonna be a gift somewhere.
No, please no.
Yeah.
All right.
Just got my new 3D printer gift. Yeah. So I was wondering. I was wondering what the benefit of the magnet was, and that actually makes sense. Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, it makes it easier to paint.
Yeah. Nathan says, would you ever include magnet holes in your keying process?
Yeah, and in fact, so I would. I was saying this earlier on Discord, earlier this week, but the problem I had is I have these 6mm magnets, which are tiny, like they're tiny little magnets. But if you can see, go back to the bigger screen. So these little tiny magnets here are what's holding.
Big, so
okay, yeah. Pause. So this is these little tiny magnets here are what we're talking about, and if and when I was trying to add the holes for them in Chitu Box, the drill depth, like I kept getting errors because it's kind of dicey where it was coming through. So it just was easier for me to take my Dremel and just start a pilot hole and make it to the proper size. Believe it or not, it's like way easier than I thought it would be to get these holes kind of the size that I want them with that Dremel. The Dremel's a bum. What you're seeing here, there's 2 extra holes that were on both sides. But you can't. I made one a little larger and used it for the magnet. And the other, they all at one point were just they were just drainage holes because his chest is hollow. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. I thought those were like guides.
No, those particular holes were. It was like a happy coincidence. Those were just drainage holes for the resin when I was printing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think Nathan has a good idea. He has an idea for the Stylus League, a new TikTok channel called Mike Shakes.
My Mike Shake brings all the girls in the yard.
Yeah, as long as it's only Mike, that is awesome.
I like it.
Unfortunately, listen, COVID has not been good to me. So every time I get up from my chair, Mike shakes.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
No. For me, it's jiggle, but I guess it's fine. Sir Deep says, "Let's go, Mike. The print looks awesome."
Thanks, brother. Thank you, man.
And then we have Stepan says, also, Bradley, that Guyver is crazy cool. I love the character design since the first time I saw it in the movies back in the day. I think he's the reason I ended up loving Witchblade so much later on.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Witchblade?
Yeah.
Wait, what does Witchblade have to do with the Guyver?
It's like
Hello?
It's another anime. Like it's
it's an anime type.
I didn't know if they had like some characters that crossed over. Like that's a legitimate question.
No, it is. I'm not.
Yeah, we're not
Damn, someone was all right. Sensitive. All right, moving on.
So,
I'm not.
One thing I've been doing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just that he was saying that the biomechanical armor is just freaking cool.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and drop a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, hey, subscribe. All right, Bradley, go ahead.
So I'll show this. So I'm going to. So I've in my recent workflow of creating UVs and Zbrush, I've been using GoB along with my favorite software for doing UVs called Zen UV. So what I finished retoppling this to my satisfaction. I need to create some UVs. So I'm going to go here. The program I use is ZenUV. I'm going to make my edges, switch to edge. I'm going to cut here. Let's see how I'm going to cut this. Let's start here. Here. Here, mark. That's going to be, we'll cut this here. All right. Mark. And then I think I'm going to cut these here in the back. I think I have the center. Do I have the center? This is the center. No. Here. Mark. All right. So I'm going to go to see unwrap. To split this off here. Mark. Oh, and now I need to do all the outline. Here. Mark.
Shepin says, also your dedication to doing this with perfect topology and UVs. I just couldn't do it. My lazy ass has been waiting for Redshift in ZBrush like the second coming, just so that I can skip all of that.
Unfortunately, I cannot. I have to, gotta do it this way. So my aim for this piece would be a portfolio piece for games. And I have to somewhat have good topology or show that I can make good topology. All right, so I'm going to see unwrap. So one thing that's really cool, I need to do some more unwrapping. Let's do here. Spray. Mark.
So one cool thing with Zen UVs, there is this new setting where I can orientate my UVs to world orientation, and then I could pack them. So what that does is make sure that I have the perfect flow of how things are going based off of the world space, which is super dope.
That is dope.
This piece is too much. I need to unwrap this. I will cut it here. Box. I will world orientate. Then I will use pack. Which one is this? We'll cut this out. Mark. There's an ability to check for stretching. Let's see. How's your stuff coming along, Mike?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Larry David fans.
Ben says, "Hey guys, happy New Year! Catching the stream at work. What's on the docket for today?"
Unfinished business.
Topology.
Bradley's working on his Guyver, and Mike's working on his undead cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Playing around with little 2023.
Yep. And I'm still over here just being the enemy silently in the corner.
Yeah.
Ben also says, "Hey Raul, hope your trip was good." It was a trip for sure. it was a trip. I came back. I'm home safe. That's what's important.
All right, so I did that. Now I'm going to get rid of my here object.
So for all who are tuning in right now, Bradley, what exactly are you doing again?
So I'm applying. So I finished creating. I retopologized this. I created my UVs. I'm going to then. So now that I got rid of the mirror, I have both sides now. Both sides. I'm going to. Here's what's really cool about like another cool thing about Zen UV, right? So I will orientate to world. I'm going to then use UV on pack 3 to pack. So not only I have it flowing in the right direction because it's in world space, but what's really cool that it took into account. And if I check here, every last one of my UV spaces are pretty close to being the same textile density. So if I go here to get, and I go here, press this, get, they're all about 1,000 textile density. It. So
Nice.
Raul, so you know when you're UVing things, you want to make sure, especially if you're gonna like use patterns and things like that, you want to make sure that everything's flowing correctly. So when you like lay in a tilized pattern, but also you want to make sure that your textile density is consistent throughout the model.
Okay.
And so
Can you tell Raul what textile density is? Because I'm sure he probably is like what you're talking about.
So when you have a texture, you want to make sure that the texture is not looking greater in one area than it is on another. So you want to make sure that the image is going to be stamped across the entire model at the same ratio.
Okay, that makes sense. And why does it look like it's made out of paper mache right now?
Because this is a texture checker. And I do this to make sure I see how things are flowing, right? So I can like it. So this is just a pattern. Like it doesn't have to be that. Like there's other patterns I could like choose. I just like to use that one. Like I don't know. Like I did this. Like this is what my texture is going to look like if I do a 512 texture. But I do everything in 4K, so I make sure I check it so I know what it's going to look like at a 4K texture density. That's all right. So now that I have this, I used to do like a lot of exporting back and forward, but what I do is I make sure I have my my tool named. I renamed it here. I UV'd it, and now I'm just going to use Go B to send it back to ZBrush. And it's showing. I see my ZBrush went to another screen for whatever reason. And yep, here it is. So if I go here. Sent back to ZBrush. Without me having to go back and forward, it kept my name. And if I do this quickly to make sure.
Did it keep it out its mouth?
Yeah, no.
I go to just to see it has all my UV space. And that's how I've been doing it these days.
Okay.
Keep Bradley's name.
Ouch, yo, mouth.
Well, that's exactly what Matt did not do. He said, Bradley, what's up?
What's up, Matt? What's up?
He did not keep Bradley's name.
Got one thing to do, Matt. One thing.
So did you guys play any games over the break? Like I didn't hear anything about like it was all work. Any comments I got over holiday time was all work stuff.
Yeah, the beta, being part of the beta like suck up a lot of time, but I'm still like chucking away at God of War.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Mike? What is on deck?
I see what you did there.
I'll be here all week, guys.
Nice. Tip your waitresses, everyone.
Yep.
I didn't play a whole lot, man. Like I'm coming to the realization I told everybody I would have everything done at the beginning of the year. And so I have to do a Gnomon tutorial. I had to do this thing for Pixo or for Maxon. And in addition to some other projects. So I've been just cranking away at all this stuff to get it done.
Okay. So
fun.
Nothing from you?
All work and no play.
All work.
Yeah.
All that to say, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing from me.
So I was playing two games quite a bit while I was out on, and I'm doing break in air quotes because it wasn't a break, but while I was out, I picked up Hades for the first time.
How do you like it?
Oh man, Hades is great.
I hear that.
It is a really fun game, and it's good because you can kind of pick it up and put it down too. Yeah. It's not like the runs are super short, so it is a perfect like travel companion game if you do short travel sessions. Okay. Right. And then obviously because it's me, I was playing Pokemon Violet for hours while I was out. But I tried to wait because I know that they had a lot of problems like with technical glitches and stuff like that. And the game doesn't run fantastic because it really doesn't. It probably runs at like 15 frames per second at 720p or 480p on but it's still like it's still super fun. I still got sucked into it like I do every other Pokemon game that I ever play, and I am definitely part of the problem, not the solution. So, I played quite a bit of that. I had every intention of like booting up cloud gaming and like playing either God of War, like because I had my PS5 doing the game streaming.
Wow, you took that with you?
So I took a PS5 controller with me so that I can play God of War while I was out, and I just literally didn't even attempt it.
I was gonna say, how does that even work, man?
It basically turns your PS5 into a streaming server, and you play
And
it.
it's
remote play.
the latency is low enough that you can actually do that, though.
I didn't try it, but the internet in my house is good enough that as long as the internet where I was, it was good enough, it should be fine.
Okay.
And it has more to do with your Wi-Fi than your internet, right? So if you're on like Wi-Fi, if you're still doing like N Wi-Fi, like Wi-Fi 5N, like it's not going to stream well. But if you're doing like Wi-Fi 6, like it does a really good job, I think.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Nathan says Hades is a blast. The writing stays fresh through 100 runs. Amazing job creating that. The characters and art are fantastic, and the music, yeah, I really did enjoy doing a ton of runs of Hades. I don't think I got to 100, but I got.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I got to like the third or fourth biome. So I didn't finish it. But it's really good. If you like 2D kind of bullet hells or beat 'em ups or things like that, like you'll if you like arcadey games, you'll really enjoy it. I also did replay Shredder's Revenge. So I replayed that with my brother-in-law. We just sat down. He had a projector out in the Polish mountains, slapped the Switch in there, and we just played through the entire thing in arcade mode. That was a ton of fun too.
I didn't even know you had that game. We could have been playing that together.
Oh yeah. Well, I got it when it launched.
That's right. Okay.
And technically, I think it's free with Game Pass. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wait, is that how you're playing it? Are you?
No, I bought it on the Switch when it first came out.
Oh, you have it on Switch, so we couldn't do it anyway. I thought you had it on PC.
I do have it on PC because I think it's part of Game Pass. I think. Let me check. Stepan says, for me, it's just Destiny 2 and Guild Wars 2. I signed my life away to 2 live service games. I make good decisions. Yeah. Yeah.
Stefan, direct message me. I got something for you.
Yeah, Destiny 2. Bradley
direct message me on Discord. I got something for you.
Was there anything that came out on Destiny 2 over the holidays that was like worth a damn?
Yeah, they released the last the ending story leading up to Lightfall.
Okay. You know what I wanted to try? And I'm going to try this now. High on Life.
Oh yeah.
I
saw that the got people from Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You heard about Justin Roiland?
No, what? Oh, no. Yeah, it's something that happened with him, right? What?
Yeah. He got criminal domestic abuse
domestic violence.
Or something.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
It's a bummer, man.
Never meet your heroes.
Well, not for nothing. I heard that he did a lot of drinking when he did like the drunk Rick thing. So I'm surprised he didn't get these charges beforehand. Like I think he gets pretty souse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure.
It's terrible though.
Shane says, "What games are you guys looking forward to this year?" For me, it's Starfield. My partner is looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy.
Is that still coming out?
It is.
I reserve Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts looks great.
And I'm on the fence on Forsaken.
Forsaken,
and then Starfield, of course. And of course Starfield. I definitely want Starfield.
No, you don't.
I do want Starfield.
No, you don't. Because I know the games you play, and Starfield is not going to be a game you're going to want to play.
Starfield is a first-person shooter like playing Skyrim. What are you talking about?
Starfield is going to be closer to
BioShock, right? I mean, not BioShock. Like what's the one where you Mass Effect?
It's not a horror game.
No. I didn't mean it that it's horror. What I mean is that you're not going to like. What was that? What's that game? Why am I blanking on it? Where you go into the it looks exactly like this. Hold on.
From what I've seen from Starfield, I want to play that game.
No Man's Sky, right?
Like, yeah, but No Man's Sky is fugly to me.
Dude, this game is not pretty.
Not anymore.
Starfield is not a pretty game.
I think
Starfield's supposed to look dope.
I think Starfield looks great. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we'll wait on the last Bethesda Studios game that looked anywhere near half decent.
Wow. Okay.
Dishonored looked great.
Dishonored was not a Bethesda Studios game. It was published by Bethesda, but Bethesda Studios didn't develop it. We can go.
Bethesda, but
let's go.
All right.
The last. What was it? It was Skyrim, right? Skyrim was probably their last big one.
Fallout 4 and Fallout what is it? The live service
Fallout 4 looked great, like for what they did to it.
No, and Fallout 76 looks like a hot dumpster fire trash. Like no, and Fallout 4 did not look pretty. That game was great despite its looks. You cannot, and they're using the same engine. It's the same like 18 gazillion years old engine that they've been using since Oblivion.
Hey Bobby, if you're watching this, you guys are killing it over there. I love you guys' work.
Yeah.
I think that the engine upgrade is going to be in Starfield though.
Yeah, no, it's the same engine.
It is updated. There's 8. Like there was no. They had to upgrade it because that's HDR in it.
Nope.
And it has. What do you mean?
No, not. It is the same engine. I'm telling you, same exact engine.
All right. We're gonna have to get Bobby Foster on the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the room with Bobby, and let's see if he goes hard like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All I can say, don't say that. Don't say that shit to Bobby's face. I know that much. You better figure out a more tactical way to say what you said.
I'm gonna put you in a room with Bobby. Let's see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So that was you, Bradley. What about you, Mike?
What are we talking about?
Games you're hyped for this year.
Oh, I'm hyped for that. What's the game that they keep showing on Steam that's coming out? I think it's a PS5 game, but it's also coming to PC. Where there's some girl that kind of it's like a fantasy type of game.
Forsaken.
Forsaken. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm interested in that. Definitely want to pick up Dead Space, the new Dead Space remake. I saw some new videos for that. I would like to try High on Life, but I don't know that
Forspoken. I'm saying
Forspoken. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'd like to try High on Life, but I don't know that Royland's voice is going to do it for me. I got the what's the game that has the characters? Damn it, what's it called? The first game that Squanchy Games came out with, and I can't remember. Yeah, but anyway,
Squid.
I got that one, and I was like, it's okay, but I want Rick and Morty the characters. Like, I want that game to come out, please.
Isn't High on Life kind of like Rick and Morty?
Well, it's the same humor, it's the same voice of Justin, but you're playing a bounty hunter, and your guns are all these like organic creatures, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm interested in playing like a space bounty hunter is what.
I mean, the comedy is very, very similar. I'm
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, it looks great. It reviewed well. There were some technical issues. But yeah, I think I want to try it out because I like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
But only
Well, let me know what you think.
one weapon is like Morty. All the rest are different voices and whatnot. So that's really the only one you're gonna like harken back to.
A little Morty goes a long way. I don't know
Yeah,
that we
little
want
Morty goes a
all
long way. Yeah.
all Morty all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Squanch Games has made they made High on Life. They made Accounting Plus.
Trover Saves the Universe. That's the one.
Trover Saves the Universe. This is it.
Yeah.
This is the one that you're talking about. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which was a fun game, but it got kind of like I was like, oh, okay, I don't need a whole lot of this,
Okay. For me, let's see if it comes out.
Yeah.
But supposedly, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of a Kingdom is supposed to be this year. Super excited for that game to come out. Forspoken is on the radar. It's on the radar. But
what about Resident Evil 4?
Nah. Like,
you're not gonna play the remake?
No. How many times are they gonna re-release that game?
Yeah, I get it.
And then they're gonna remake it. I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think you stick with RE8 and call it a day. I think that's
they're doing like how many times was Ninja Gaiden like redone? Like,
no, I'm upset they haven't made a new Ninja Gaiden. Why haven't they made a new one?
There's this new IP that they got coming out with this chick with a saw or something like that, or a sword and gun, I think.
Yeah.
Like a Bayonetta kind of game?
It's Ninja Theory,
right? Team Ninja?
Is it Team? It is Team Ninja. Yep.
Yeah, Team Ninja.
I haven't heard of anything. By the way, the music right now is definitely going with the theme of the conversation. Yeah. No, I'm excited for The Legend of Zelda if it actually comes out. Forspoken looks interesting, so I have reservations on it, but we'll see. I'm interested in it. Hogwarts Legacy.
If you like Final Fantasy 15, there's a good chance you'll like this game.
Well, it's the same art director, right? And the same game director, who made the Final Fantasy games. So, and isn't a Final Fantasy game supposed to come out this year?
Yes, which further lets me know that they don't feel pretty confident in Forspoken.
Well,
for them to release
supposed to be
that
different,
but like, how many Square Enix direct games do you see released every year? They don't want to capitalize on the sales on the other one.
Yeah, I am excited. I think Hades 2 is probably going to come out this year. Actually, believe it or not, the announcement of Hades 2 made me go, let me go play the first one. Because I knew a lot of people really liked it and I hadn't gotten around to it. So yeah. Again, Hogwarts Legacy looks really dope. Like, if you like Harry Potter at all, or at least that universe, I think it looks really cool, and I'm definitely gonna play it. Protesters be damned.
If you want judgment, if you want.
Yeah, no lie. So yeah, Arkham says the voice acting in English is kind of annoying, so I'm playing Forspoken in Japanese. I probably will as well. I probably will play Forspoken in Japanese as well. And she has that like a bracelet, right? Like a.
So here's the thing: she's an American, like African girl, like. Yeah, like I can't see myself playing that storyline like that in Japanese. Like that would be odd to me.
Yeah, I can see that. But
like
it is a Japanese studio. It is like the
one. Square Enix does not have a great history of making great minority characters.
Easy, bro. They
don't.
nailed they nailed what's my man's name with the cannon on his arm.
Bro,
from
FF.
FF. Hey, watch your mouth, fool. Watch your mouth, fool.
Like you Mr. T, yeah, like Mr. T all the time.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, like
I don't mind being Mr. T all the time.
He's like,
why is this moving so slow? Come on, man.
Like, I'm gonna play.
I feel like I'm about to save Bradley. Save your work. I feel like I'm about to crash any second now.
I will.
Yeah. So those are some of the games I'm pretty excited for. Nothing else is really coming to mind. Dead Space is going to be fun, I think. But I think there's been enough time between Dead Space 1 and this remake that it feels it's going to feel fresh. And especially,
I hope it's not just a remake. I think it is. I think it's I saw a lot of shot-for-shot stuff, but
well, they
I played
actually
1 and 2.
There's more voice. They actually took the voice actor from 2 because he didn't really talk much in 1.
Okay.
And they there's a lot that they redid.
Okay.
To make it a more interesting game. Like he's talking more because they added. There is some shots for shots, but they also added like new stuff.
Gotcha.
It feels like they took more of a Final Fantasy VII remake approach to the game.
That comes out. That comes out at the end of March, right?
What, part 2?
No,
are you talking
about Dead Space, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Stepan says, I tried High on Life, but the humor kind of started feeling one note after a while.
Yeah, that was the problem I had with Trover.
I mean, I could probably imagine, right? Like they do one thing very well, but you can only take that for so long, right? Oh, that's right. I forgot to say Lightfall. I actually am excited for Destiny Lightfall.
Yes.
I think it's they have a lot of really cool stuff kind of coming out in there, and I'm interested to see where the story goes. Stepan says, personally, I'm looking forward to Lightfall above all. Rip March productivity. Gonna get that day one raid grind in, but also Cyberpunk expansion.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. I don't know how early in the year that's gonna come out, but
does it have a release date?
It's supposed to come out. They just said 2023, so they're doing the right thing by not putting months to it.
Bradley, I get what you're doing with the chiptune stuff, but I think that maybe that's good. I think I can be outvoted if Raul wants to keep it. I can be outvoted.
I'm not doing anything. It's on autoplay.
Oh my.
Look,
how does it know? How does it know? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, personally, I can jam to the chiptune stuff all day. But
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah, like I said, I'm almost always part of the problem, not the solution.
I'm learning that.
Almost always part of the problem. Stepan says, anyone know when the Avatar game is coming out? It looks very cool.
The way of water.
Did you watch that? Did you watch the new Avatar movie?
I watched it. Yes.
Bradley and I tried to watch that together. We tried to watch that together. And in my defense, I warned Bradley, and he was excited for it. So, but last week I think I went hard enough on James Cameron. I don't want to make him cry.
I'll never get that time back.
You don't want to make him cry?
I would rather watch
billions
Thor
of dollars.
Love and Thunder, and I hate Thor Love and Thunder, and I would watch that. I would watch that back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it was quite the spectacle, but again, no, like nothing there.
No, we used to see cool shit all the time.
The scene, man.
No. Yeah. Orlando says, yeah, the Dead Space remake is the one I'm waiting. Plus, there's a rumor of making a live action movie. Is there? Are they really going to make a live action Dead Space? That'd be dope.
You know, they could. That would be a great
really
thing to turn into a live action movie.
Yeah, I think they could really adapt that. They could adapt that fairly easily.
Especially now that Aliens is kind of done,
like,
you know?
What was it? Dark Horizon or Horizon something like?
Oh, Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's Dead Space, right?
It's pretty much Dead Space, yeah, and a very good version of it too, man. That movie still is awesome.
That's Dead Space. Go watch that.
Oh, we didn't do What's Good. I have a really good What's Good. Are you? Do you have anything, Bradley or Raul?
Well, why don't we start with you since you?
Well, no, because I got to go get it. So go ahead and start with
Bradley.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Hold on. We have to hold.
We're holding right now. What are you doing right now?
This is the retopology for my God. This is
Okay. It wasn't as far away as I thought.
All right.
It's actually pretty close. All right. So my What's Good. Oh no. Oh geez. It's that my Iron Fist doesn't fall. My Iron Fist doesn't fall and smash into a million pieces. I have been working on Tetsuo from Akira. I'm a big Akira fan. I've been watching a lot of stuff online lately, just to kind of every year I like to rewatch it. And I've been watching like docs on TV on YouTube about how that particular movie changed a lot of current big producer and directors, sci-fi people. It changed the way they thought. So, you know, when you look at movies like Alita Battle Angel or even stuff that has nothing to do with anime, The Matrix and things like that, the Wachowskis, all those people, they were kind of influenced by Akira. So I, as much as I liked the movie, I always felt like the end was very kind of truncated and we didn't get the whole story. So I always wanted to get the books and read them, but I was waiting for like a definitive collection. So what I ended up picking up is the 35th anniversary hardbound collection, which comes in this beautiful, beautiful baby right here that we can open up and see the hardbound books inside.
Yeah, so, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, this is everything that I want. I can read the story now and find out. You know, I always want to see, like, Tetsuo turns into kind of like this super human guy, but they immediately just take him from that to the mutant that is destroying the earth. You know what I mean? So these books are all, like I said, hardbound. They have these nice covers, these slip covers. Underneath of them, they have the art, I think, from the softbound books here. They all read, they're in English, but they read, obviously, you know, right to left. So you start at the back and go forward, but just beautiful artwork, right? And then it also comes with, get my little pill sticker. I mean, not sticker, patch here.
Patch,
right?
Yeah.
A little patch. And also comes with the Akira Club Akira Club book, art book, which has I think this is like homage, different artists paying homage to the characters, in addition to original artwork from Katsuro Otomo. Yeah. So just anyway, I'm a big Akira fan. I always wanted to like see the whole story, and I'm really excited to read all of this over the next few months or so.
Wow.
So that's my
Now,
what's good.
when you get something like that, do you actually open them and read them? Like
Yeah.
I always feel like it just looks so nice. I don't want to mess it up. Right?
So the good thing about like, I mean, now as a grown ass man, I know how to read things without messing them up, and I don't have kids around to be like, oh, let me look at your comic books, and be like, oh my gosh. So yeah, the great thing about this, like, so I'm on book 1 right now, and my normal deal is I'll take off the slip cover so I don't tear it up, and then I'll just go through, and I think I have a marker here on top. Yeah, so I'll go through and I'll just start, thumbing my way through it and seeing what's going on. You forget when you see the movie, like immediately they kind of turn the characters into sympathetic characters and the heroes of the show, but you forget that they're just like badass kids. They're a bunch of, it's a gang of just kids that came up without homes, like no parents in the system, like and they're not good characters. They're pretty much assholes, but they're all like 15 years old. So
you have a book
anyway.
of assholes.
Stop it. So cut that out later on, Raul. Cut that out. You're gonna make us have to like edit our live. Like that's ridiculous.
You just said asshole. You just said asshole. I only translate what you said.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm gonna put Bradley in the book for that whole thing.
For that whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Unnecessary.
So
look at this dude. Look at that. Oh my god. This is so dope.
It really is, actually.
That's like thicker than the Bible.
So this collection, I ended up getting it on sale on Amazon, but it's very hard to get. There's 6 books in here.
Okay.
And plus the art book. And
I see the art book.
I think it
again.
Yeah. It normally goes, I think, for 200 and something. I think I got mine for 175.
Yeah, the 35th anniversary with hardcover on eBay is going for 190.
Yeah, so you could get this actually in as the soft ones, the soft cover books that came out in the comic stores for a lot less. But I mean, dude, come on, this is crazy. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
See, the reason I ask is because a buddy of mine got me The Last Ronin for my birthday last month, and I am like afraid.
That's a sore spot. That's a sore spot for me. You should take that and throw it in the trash. You should throw it in the trash. I've told you this story several times. Look at that.
All right.
You talking about the turtle Last Ronin?
Yeah.
No, come on, Raul, man. You know me. Don't do that. You're triggering me right now.
I'm excited to get into that. Nathan says,
nice idea first. All right, they stole his idea. All right.
That's a good one. What's good? Solo, first time in the chat here. Love the colors on the book. So cool. I have it as well. Shame the box is so great as well, but I gotta see those bindings.
I don't. What's the shame part?
I don't know.
Okay. Solo, you gotta tell us what you know. What's the shame part?
Yeah. Orlando says, "Wow, that's a definitive collector's pack. That looks really cool."
Yeah.
Stolo says, "You have to read it. Best translation as well. The pirate translation is whack."
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm digging what I'm seeing so far. I'm only on like page 50 of book 1 though, so
looks like a jojoba. Says he has a couple of the soft ones.
Yeah.
And Shane said, just added the Akira box set to my birthday wish list.
It's a good one. I would say get it fast because I had a hard time finding mine. Like I found them more expensive, but like that one I got from like a third party seller on Amazon. And in fact, funny story, I found that set for, instead of it being the 200 whatever that it normally is, I found it for like $125 on Amazon with 2-day delivery, and I ordered it, and it turned out that it was too good to be true. Like they just never called me back, and after 2 weeks, I was like, "Yo, where are my books?" And they were like, "Oh, I don't know. The seller just disappeared."
They
Come on,
bounced
bro.
out.
Yeah.
They bounced out. Yeah, Solo says the box is in the closet. Oh, books are on the shelf. Okay, that's what he meant. That was unfortunate. That the
Oh, I'm
box
gonna
is not
display
like
mine.
he put the box away.
Yeah, I'm gonna display mine.
All right, Bradley, do you have a what's good?
Yeah, so this last week, I actually took the time to so I bought a new desk for my sit stand desk. So this wood, I ended up getting a countertop wood from Home Depot, and I sanded
So that's not
down.
IKEA. That was Home Depot.
This is Home Depot, yeah.
Okay.
Home Depot, and I ended up, it's 74 by 40. So I washed, in this image, I washed it down and lightly sanded it, and then in this image, I waxed it for at least 2 hours.
Yeah,
Both sides.
Stroking that wood.
I heard.
I bought this tray to help. Like, the worst thing with a sit stand desk is like all the cable management and wire management. So, and this is a picture of me installing this tray to start taking like these wires down to put it in here.
Yeah, the number of wires is triggering me.
This is the end result. So I have cables here. But
is that little hammock for a cat that you will never own?
That's
my foot. That's my foot hammock.
You ever heard of the little foot hammocks?
I have not heard of. I did not know that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
See you.
It's my little foot hammock. Hey, but like I had like a gazillion, like in doing some of my wires, there was like shit I didn't need to like have connected, but I was able to like clean up the wires going into the computer. So I only have these 2 wrapped here. And I also got a new monitor. So this is how everything ended up finished.
Yo, where's my Huey on though?
It's
the joint.
I gotta mail it.
You didn't even take it to the pub. Man, you suck, dude.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Bradley has given me so much trash for not going to the post office. Mike, why don't you go to the post office? Mike, why don't you go to the post office?
I'm giving you a hard time on that stuff that needed to be sent, all right?
oh, excuse me. Did I call you and say, "Hey, Mike, I want you to use this thing that I'm not using"?
Yeah. So that means you can wait.
Yeah. See, that's a shame. That's a party foul. You don't get me excited about something and then be like, "Yeah, you'll get it when you get it, son." Why are you sweating me?
Boxed and it's ready to go. Like I've boxed.
And you have zero excuse for that.
I would have left that exactly where you found it, Bradley. So is that monitor blocking the TV behind it? Like, what? Am I seeing that right?
This is the desk in my stand position. So when it's sitting, so that's
okay. So when it's sitting, you can actually see the TV behind.
Yeah.
it.
So the TV is behind it, and also I can. So this is my new 42 Asus monitor. So it's on an arm, so I can slide it down. But when I'm sitting down, the TV's just up there.
What is the MacBook connected to? Which one?
The MacBook is connected to the Cintiq and the display.
Wow, that Cintiq is sexy, man. That thing is skinny. Sheesh. Look at that. Look at zero bezel on that thing.
Yes, gift and the curse.
Bradley
Yeah, how
Arkham's
come-
asking how much was the desk itself? Just the wood for the desk.
The wood was $300. And the problem, the thing with the IKEA wood, like a lot of people do the IKEA wood, it's
Yeah,
not. It
mine
was,
is. Mine's the IKEA wood.
it wasn't deep enough for me, so I wanted a very deep desk. So
Yeah.
IKEA stopped at 30. My
Yeah,
previous
that's
desk,
mine. Mine is 30.
my previous desk was 72 by 30. This one is
Yeah.
74 by 40. So like my arms is stretched all the way out, and I still can't. Like I have to like go really far to kind of touch my my monitor in the back. So this is what I did. It took like 3 days to do this. So
Yeah, Bradley likes to take apart his entire desk setup and just and do things to it.
So the thing is, the previous desk setup I had like that for like 5 years. So, and I like for the longest time I wanted another desk.
Stepan saying the man is out there turning his table into a freaking war mind.
Mhm.
That's my what's good.
Yeah, for me,
I'm a double Mac guy.
I got here, and I'm alive. I got back to the States. That journey was not amazing on the way back. So like we were up in the Polish mountains, in a place called Wisła. Really popular place for kind of skiing, ski jumping, and just winter activities. As a matter of fact, the president of Poland actually has like a winter retreat out there, and he was out there while we were there. But getting back from the Polish mountains to where I live in Florida was like there's Odyssey books written about what we had to do, with train swaps, 10-hour train rides just to get to Berlin, crashing out there, trains to the airport, flights in out, coming out to Miami basically, and having to drive 3-4 hours waiting for cars. Like it was doing all of that with 2 little kids. Yeah, inevitably I came back completely wiped out. So the fact that I am here on stream and saying hi to you guys is actually my what's good. Legitimately, every night I've been putting my daughter to bed at 8, going to bed and passing out. Like I haven't played any video games, haven't watched any TV, haven't done anything for the past week but try to survive.
Well, we're happy to have you back.
Yeah.
Happy to have you back.
So guys, if you're happy that Raul is back in the United States alive and well, go ahead and drop a like on the stream. That would make me really, really happy.
Also, if you want to hear Raul talk in the third person for the rest of the show, give a thumbs up to the
Also, if you want to hear Raul talk about himself in the third person, like Jar Jar Binks, you can.
No, that we're not going to do.
No, we're not doing.
No, we're not doing that.
All right, you got to give the people what they want, man. You got to give the people what they want. We can't be the gatekeeper of content.
New feature of ZBrush 2023, another one. Mark the time, Raul. So I want to do Slime Bridge. What I've realized is that you cannot have subdivision with Slime Bridge. So I'm deleting lower. All I did was I masked one side and then the other side. So if you're looking at it, both sides are masked. And now I would just click on Slime Bridge and hopefully, there's slime.
Oh, that looks really cool. That's good. That's nice.
So you have a whole lot of options here, right? So I'm going to turn down my branches, and I'm going to turn off Slime Bridge. Wait, did
How
you
is that
have to- oh,
different than what Brad Grootman used in last month's series?
Well, there's no. He had to hand do that.
Yeah, he hand
There's
did it. Yeah.
yeah. There was no auto option. Which if he had just waited a little bit longer, he could have. But what we'll do now is I'm going to turn down the tension because I want this to look like the shield is cut him in half and this is blood, not so much the sinew or anything, but just blood. So now I'll just hit slime bridge and turn down the branches. Now do it. Okay, nah, still, I don't want any branches actually. Let's turn those off. I don't know what the capillaries are, but let's turn those down and turn the tension down even more. And now give it a shot. Let's see. There you go. So, I mean, cool. I think other thing that I can do now, these I believe are poly grouped, which they are, right? So what's kind of dope is now I can take this whole thing, I'm imagining I can take this whole thing, kind of mask out what I don't want. And so all of this stuff will be masked. And maybe I'll do a little bit of a blur to the mask. And then now if I turn on gravity, I can probably get like a cool thing where it kind of droops down. So if I go to dynamics and do set direction and turn the gravity shrink down because I don't want it to go crazy. But run simulation. It's going up. Don't go up. Gravity. Oh, gravity's going the wrong way. Sorry. I went too far. Simulation. There you go. Look at that. Ugh, gross, you guys. Gross. That's perfect. That's actually dope. Look at how it's dragging the surface there too. That's pretty fresh. Okay, that I like. So now I can turn back on the rest of my cap and move that away from the shield and take this whole thing, move it kind of out and play around with it. Probably have to do some
more slime, more slime,
and play with the placement. Move those guts out the way. Yeah. So, but no, this is pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's super cool.
Yeah. Let's get it just so.
Seppin says, that does look cool. It's just, God, people are going to abuse this.
This is true.
You know, there's gonna be some terrible applications to this.
This is true.
The internet is a bad place. It'll most certainly be used for evil instead of good.
Arkham says he can see people going crazy with Slime Bridge and with Venom and Carnage sculpts.
That's the other thing. I have my Venom to go back to, so this is the perfect time for me to use Slime Bridge for that.
Which was the next thing. Arkham says, Mike, have you have to go back and add it to your anti-Venom.
Yes, sir. All of them. All them Venoms.
All them Venoms.
All them Venoms.
Yeah.
All that means is that the pre-Slime Bridge Venom stock just went up. Because they did those by hand.
That's right. One tendril at a time.
Right, the stock went up.
Hey, yesterday you guys did something pretty cool. You guys want to talk about that?
Absolutely, Bradley.
Yeah. So we had the opportunity to conduct our first interview with Raphael Phillips. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Yeah. It's gonna be in two parts. The first release of the interview will be next week. Then the one following that will be released on the 28th. I'm giving ourselves life goals. And also on January 28th is big for us. We should be announcing the winner of the Intel giveaway. We will be releasing the second half of the video interview with Raphael Phillips. And we will also be announcing what project we're doing with Raphael Phillips as well. Like, if you guys have not, I'm going to pull up his artwork again. Mike, if everyone has not had a chance to check this dude out.
Yeah, Raphael's a beast and a hell of a nice guy. I know I say that a lot, but I only kind of gravitate towards artists that are great people and great artists.
So his stuff is absolutely like, I'm gonna quickly go past the stuff that's like this.
Yeah, you probably know his Black Panther for
His
Sideshow.
Black Panther. We had a really good. We're not gonna give any secrets away, but we had a really good conversation in detail about his work and his process. So you're gonna like learn some like really cool stuff in there. But it's just like crazy. Like this is our February guest, and he's thinking about the project right now. And it's gonna be amazing.
Go down to that notorious Modoc that he did. There, you passed it. Go up the gold one. Right there. Click on that. Yeah. So you might. Well, maybe one without gold. It's easier to see.
I'm gonna go to the printed ones.
Yeah. So if you've been on Instagram and you've seen these, this is Raphael. He was on the summit as well. He was talking to Paul and Louis on the summit, I think, last time.
I'll post his Instagram stuff in our chat. So this is our February guest and our first interviewer.
Interviewee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're the interviewer.
Understand.
He was asking us all about why we're so dope.
Yeah.
And we were like, we just got it like that, bro. That's how we do.
Just got it.
That's how we do. You know us. Come on.
Stepan says slime all the things. Wait, that came off wrong. And
Yeah,
then
I'm already used for evil.
already used for evil. Frederick says, so Mike, you're doing presentations on SSS. I suppose it's with Redshift.
Correct. That is correct. Yes, sir.
And Stepan says, Notorious Modoc. Wow. Didn't think I'd live to see that, but here we are.
Raphael's very good at doing things we didn't know that we wanted, but then when we see him, we're like, oh yeah, absolutely.
That actually works.
Side note, I think we left a game off of our anticipated game of the games of the year. The Jedi Fallen Survivor.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that.
Yeah, I think that's probably right now, if I had to guess, if Zelda does not come out, that would be my game of the year so far.
What?
Like of
Crazy.
anticipated games for the year.
And I don't like the kid, so I'm not going to play it.
Really? Did you play the first one?
Nope, don't like the kid.
Whoa!
He's
Really?
literally
Are you
telling you
serious?
why he's not playing. He's not.
we talked about this before. I'm not a fan of the kid, so I'm not gonna play it.
Wow. Okay. All right. So no Shameless for you then, huh?
Bradley. Oh no! Please believe I have games that I should not be playing that are just silly. But no, Bradley won't watch movies past a certain date, and I won't play games that feature actors that I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
If the Robert Pattinson game comes out, I ain't gonna play that either. So, you know.
And scene.
Jamie B says, gonna be great guest. His work is so well polished.
Yeah.
So that will be in February. We will be airing on Friday. At our old time on Friday, because asking someone to wake up on a Saturday and you're West Coast to like 6 a.m. is probably not a good thing. You probably wouldn't want that person talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's exciting. It's exciting that we have the first interview content out, or we're working on getting that first interview content out. That the interview's already done. We know that when we posted something out a couple of months ago on the type of content that you guys would like to see, that was number one on the docket and number one by a large margin. So we're excited to finally get that out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be in true Stylus League fashion. Funny as hell. and you're gonna learn something. It's like I learned a lot while interviewing them. It was awesome.
Yeah, if you're not careful, you will learn something before it's done.
Yeah, if you're not careful. Okay. What exactly are you working on now, Mike?
I'm gonna give the blood a shot with Redshift by itself, since it's not a super high polygon thing. So I'm just gonna play around with some of the render materials and see if I can get something that looks kind of gross. It shouldn't be too hard. So I'm just turning Redshift back on, and then I'm gonna give this a go.
I believe in you.
You can do it.
Bradley, what about you?
Ooh, you know what I'm doing? I'm making squares.
Favorite pastime? Stepan says, "Why does he crave liver?" Looking at your
Why
stuff.
do I go?
Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, gents, we're at the noon hour. Do we want to show? Do we want to show everyone where we landed?
I didn't really do anything. I was pretty much getting ready for the point where you just cut me off. That was what I did. So there's that. Yeah, there's that. I haven't done anything. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Glad you came out.
Yeah, very, very productive.
And Bradley feels the same way, just making squares.
Oh God, no! I did stuff, all right.
Oh yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do that was so great?
It's boring, but you know, it needed to be done, and I did it. All right. Like I
don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't look for your belief. So in the stream today, I was able to recompile the helmet is like the thing that's going to be the thing that takes the longest, and I'm on the jaw part, and the rest is gonna I should have this guy done topology today, and then I'll be able to go and start reprojecting and start doing some high res detailing.
I feel like you said that last week.
Because I did. This is my second time. Like I did some high res details for something, but that wasn't for my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And Stepan says filling in materials and sliming for Mike while Brad did the soul crushing job of retopo. Nice.
Exactly. So I'm just kind of showing quickly. I haven't even added HDRIs yet, but this is what I'll probably be doing for a while here. Is just you can see how nice this looks in Redshift. This is just a basic plastic material with no HDRI on it yet. So I'll add some transparency to this, and then go through and grab all of my other tools in the file to make it feel good. This is one of the pieces I want to use for my presentation with Maxon on whatever the 8th is. So I gotta, as soon as we get out of here, I'm gonna meet with Ian, IR Sculpts, and he's gonna help me figure out some things.
All right.
Cool.
And so, guys, thank you for joining us today on today's stream. We're going to go ahead and end it here. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Share this out to anybody you think would like the content. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and do that. And
Intel giveaway.
Intel giveaway. Is that next stream?
The January 28th is the giveaway day.
Okay, so in 2 streams, we're going to be doing the Intel giveaway. If you guys have not already jumped on that, and gone to the Intel giveaway video and dropped your comment, go ahead and do that. Again, we're only going to be giving that away to subscribers, so make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. If there's anything in the merch store you want to pick up, as I keep saying, do it before it's gone, because we will be redoing that store here very shortly.
That's right.
And guys, with that being said, thank you.
Part
thank you guys.
one of the interview. Don't forget part one of the interview coming out soon. We split it into 2 parts. Part one. Part one.
Is that coming out next week?
Next week.
That's next week.
Next
All right.
week.
So stay tuned for that, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.
See ya.
See ya.